Welcome one, welcome all to the Heroes Power Hour. It is so good to see you guys. We are back again for another week. Sorry, I had to get the game going. So that way you guys at least knew what the heck was going on, what we're playing. We're doing Heroes of the Storm. It's the Heroes Power Hour. How could we not play Heroes of the Storm on the Heroes Power Hour? I'm your host Twiz. So good to see you guys. However it is that you got here, whether it's iTunes, YouTube, whatever it is, don't care how you got here. I'm just glad that you are here to hang out with us for the next few hours, depending on how many of our episodes you're going to watch. But I am not alone on this show. I never am. So please allow me to make just a few introductions. All right, the players are with me tonight. First and foremost, directly below me, the head chieftain, the co-founder of BlizzPro.com, Mr. J.R. Cook, aka Eldorian. Welcome back to another show, my friend.
Hey, it's good to be here, Twiz. I got a question for you. Who chose the order? Because why am I right below you on the totem pole?
You know what? It is what it is. You can blame the graphic design guy.
It's like the human centipede here.
I
don't like it.
You got really quiet for some reason. Like pre-show, your mic wasn't so quiet, but now you're really quiet, kind of. But I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
That's cool.
I'll fix it.
You're fine. So
we'll do it live.
And I will get to our guest host momentarily, but also BlizzPro contributor, a three-man Viking wrecking crew. It's Mr. DJ Tyrant. Welcome back, my friend.
So good to be back again for how many weeks in a row is this? 4, I think.
Oh, I don't know, man. Is it like 4? Oh God. Oh wait.
I can't keep track.
There we go. That's why you guys are quiet. I had you turned down. Ha! Isn't that something?
It wasn't me.
That's right. That's right. And just below him is the another BlizzPro contributor, the man with the plan, the brain behind the operation, the shot caller, Mr. Balrog Fan BP. Welcome back, my friend.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
You know, I don't have the thing open yet, so I can't really see it. I was worried I was the bottom of the human centipede, so I'm glad I'm like...
It is.
I am?
It is.
Come on.
It is.
No fun for me.
It is, and I got bad news for you. Jimmy ate corn.
Oh, God.
So, anyhow, that just happened. So, anyways, moving right along. Nine Ball got a massive promotion at work, and he could not be with us tonight. So we have been graced with another co-host, who is actually, we were supposed to have another person, and that person at the last minute was like, "Oh my God, everything fell apart. I can't do this. I will reschedule with you guys." And Element Zero was awesome enough to step in at the last second. So welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm still wearing my PJs, so you guys made me roll out of bed.
Wait a minute. Why is this not... Oh, my soundboard. My soundboard's not working right. It was supposed to go through there, and it's not doing it.
Done.
Oh, there you go. All right, everybody.
All the show.
Well, anyways, yes, thank you so much for stepping in and on such short notice and being a part of the show. It's very, very much appreciated. And so let's talk a little bit about you and who you are and what you have going on. First off, everybody, you can see her Twitter handle is just below her name. So go ahead and give her a follow on Twitter if you would care to. But you just picked up a couple of new jobs. If I heard through the grapevine correctly, what's going on? What are you doing?
So I just found out that I got accepted to become the next Heroes of the Storm contributor for Gozo Gamers.
Congratulations!
And apparently, that wasn't enough, and JR rolled me into being the next contributor for BlizzPro as well.
Awesome!
So, all the jobs.
There we go.
Oh, soundboard.
There we go. All right. Well, good for you. So, Ghost of Gamers and BlizzPro contributor, the newest BlizzPro contributor, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome aboard. Welcome to the team.
Thank you. It's so great. I mean, I've been watching the Heroes Power Hour since its first episode and the Hearthstone Power Hour since way back when, so it's kind of surreal to be on the other side of the camera now.
Oh, yes. Well,
You get to see how all the mess is made.
That's right. Yeah. You get to put up with us. So, anyways, but hey, you know what? A lot of things have happened today. We've had a massive patch drop right in the middle of our laps, guys. It's here. We played a little bit on the PTR, and we're going to discuss some of the stuff going on. In the past week, have you guys been playing a lot of the PTR? Or have you stayed away from it? What have you guys been doing?
I stayed away from it. I mean, we just played last week, and that was it. the big problem was that our account levels didn't get ported over, so
Yeah.
yeah, having to play with gated heroes again was not something I was at all interested in.
Yeah. No thanks. I stayed away from the PTR myself. I did. Not because I had anything wrong with it or anything. It was just like, I've got other tunes that I've got to level and stuff like that, so... Yeah.
Yep. It's the exact same news with me. I think I played once more just to try out the new map a little bit more again. Had a little bit better success rate this time than what we had on the show last week, but it's still, that's just a rough map.
Yeah.
Very
Agreed.
chaotic.
Agreed. Yeah, and I actually, I got my Chen hero, or my Chen master skin. After the longest time, I finally got it. And it should have been one of my first ones. Because Chen is the reason that I got into Heroes of the Storm. I've told the story in the past where, like, I played 2 or 3 games with Malfurion, actually. It was my first 2 or 3 games, and I was like, I hate this. I don't like it at all. And I, like, put Heroes of the Storm down for, like, 7 months. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it again. You know, they're starting to add some more stuff to it or whatever. I'm going to give it a whirl, but I don't want to play that Malfurion guy. And so I did some YouTube surfing, and I was like, oh, look at this. Chen, he's like a cool panda dude that can like roll around in a barrel and knock people around and stuff. And so I bought him, and I played him, and the rest is history. Here I am doing the show. So he's the one that really got me fired up into Heroes of the Storm, and I finally got his master skin. So
Nice.
super, super pumped about that. So how about you, Balrog? Any in-game news?
Not really.
No.
I stayed away. Like, every time I played this game, I got mad about the changes that haven't happened yet that I knew were coming, so I was just like, you know what? I'm just putting this down until Tuesday, because if Brightwing gets away from me one more time, I'm going to uninstall and break my monitor. In that order.
In that order?
Yeah, I played a little bit over the weekend, but it was just casually with some friends and just clearing daily quests, so it wasn't anything serious. Like, I played Sylvanas and a couple other heroes I just don't play normally, so it was fun. We lost a lot, but I wasn't taking it too seriously, so it wasn't too bad.
Small side story, too. I played earlier today, and a Brightwing got away from me with almost no health, but at least it was legitimate this time.
They got away from you.
It wasn't glitch heal.
Uh-huh. Nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. So, oh, hey, Easter egg, watch this. Oh, it didn't work. You click that little...
Missed it.
You have to
I
click
did
it
miss
like
it.
2 or 3 times, I
What are
think.
you doing?
Yeah, here's the Easter egg, guys, on this screen. If you click the meteor that flies by, a little treasure goblin falls. He, like, comes out of a little portal and falls. There he goes. Ah, boom. So there's your Easter egg, kids. But, very cool. All right, guys, let's talk some patch notes. Let's talk about what's going on. The Eternal Conflict has released, and I've not played the Butcher yet, but I know that Balrog fan has spent all day playing him. Thoughts? What do you like? What's going on in the Butcher world, dude?
He's amazing. His damage is really, really good. He's one of those guys that is great for wombo combos. Like I was playing against another team that was like mixing Diablo and Nazebo with him, and it was like lambs to the slaughter. Anybody who was trying to get away, lightning breath immediately after, then ravenous spirit would come in, and then late game it meant like a good portion of your team was chained. So he's got some great potential there for wombo combos, especially with a guy like Gazlo. Like all that stuff just kind of lines up perfectly. And his damage is great. I mean, he is a ball of squish, though. Like, you have to play him very, very smart. And melee assassins are not really my forte. I like playing melee tanks. I like playing, like, range support, range assassins a bit. So he's just kind of like a guy I really like, and I need to practice a lot of that style of gameplay because I'm not making him look great. Like, I can top damage early game, and then mid game it just kind of falls off. But overall, I'm really happy with the hero. I think he's really strong. He's a lot of fun to play, and he complements a lot of teams.
Cool.
He doesn't have a lot of like escape mechanics or anything, does he?
No,
but he's got a lot of chase down.
Yeah. I mean, like, at 13, you can get that thing where when you put his mark on people, he gets 30% speed increase, which is nice. 16, you can take the thing where you get more movement speed, and you have like a 75% tenacity and a 40% increased attack speed, which is great for chasing people down or restoring your health with the mark and whatnot. And then at level at level 20, as always, you can take Bolt, which helps. But other than that, yeah, I mean, just base, like, you have to play him very smart early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was able to play one game. I played as Malfurion because he's going to be really coming up. But there was a Butcher on my team, and he was able to solo Diablo like early, like he just demolished Diablo. It was gross.
Oh yeah, you get those blood stacks. I mean, especially at level 7 when you can bump it up to 35%. That's 35% extra damage on every swing.
Yeah.
And then you put the mark on him, you're gaining 75% of that damage back as health. It's good.
Yeah.
Sure. You know what? I do want to bring this up. I brought this up to the guys in our text message chat and everything like that. I'm a little pissed. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit upset. Here's why. Okay, and you can call me wrong, you can call me right, you can call me stupid, you can call me childish. I don't care what you call me, but it is what it is, and this is how I feel about it. I go into the shop and I look at this fresh meat bundle. Okay, one hero, one skin, one mount, all very cool. I get it. $20.60. Now some people are like, okay, you know, it's $20.60 or whatever. You can't buy that with a Blizzard gift card. Okay, and that's where I have an issue with it. Like, you can get a hero and a skin for $13.11 when they put the bundle out of the hero and the skin. They added the mount, and it puts it over $20. And it's like, why? Why would you do that? Why? I can't take a $20 Blizzard gift card and give this code to somebody and say, here you go. Here's a fresh meat bundle for you. Congratulations. You know, $20.60. Now,
I'm
also,
with you.
That's
silliness.
It's stupid, and also it's like, okay, $20.60. Blizzard, I can play your MMO RPG for 30 days for $5 less. I mean, I understand that you're proud of the Butcher, and I understand that you're proud of the skin, and you're proud of the mount, and everything like that. But
that mount is garbage.
Come on. Give me a break.
I want to interject real quickly. And this is almost the same problem that like Xbox had with the original 360 and Xbox Live. Is you'd get Moonbucks, and you'd have no idea what to do with the leftover, or you'd be like 30 short, and you're like, well, what do I buy? I have to buy a $10 card or something like this.
Well, let me just add some money to my balance. Oh wait, I have to wait 3 days. By then, who knows if I even want to play this game anymore?
Yeah, basically, you
also,
have to
I can get a Battle Beast with a toaster face.
You have to have a credit card on file to do this. So people who play World of Warcraft and they just buy their cards at Walmart or off the internet and, you know, type in their codes and everything like that, like, if you want to play this game, if you're into this free-to-play game, that you have to pay over $20 for. That price tag, it just puts you over the screwed limit. You know?
And I feel like I worked at GameStop like a while ago, but I feel like this almost locks out kids who don't necessarily have access to a credit card, or their parents don't want them to have access to a credit card. They go into GameStop or Best Buy or whatever, they buy a $20 Battle.net card, and they can't get this bundle. Yeah, like how must that feel to someone like that?
Exactly. And
I'm gonna play. Oh, sorry, Toast.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second and just say that $20.60 is the price after a 25% discount. So it was meant to be more expensive than that, but just for however many days, they've just discounted it down. And it's just really unfortunate that the discounted price, that 25% less, amounted to such a stupid price.
Yeah. You know what? At $27.47, 25% off is $20.60. So if they would have made it $26.47, the grand total would have been $19.60 plus tax would have probably put you right at around $20.
That's too much. I like lazy math.
You know, I mean,
who's making these numbers up? Like, goodness.
Yeah, I mean,
I love you, Blizzard, but come on.
Yeah, and, I mean, and $20. I mean, I understand, you know, the mount, the skin, the hero, and everything, but come on, it's a mount, a skin, and a hero. You know, I mean, $20, crying out loud. That's like, I don't know, but if I wanted to get a game, and and even so you cannot buy a $20 gift card and buy this bundle. Okay, so what are you forced to do? You are forced to buy the hero, and he is $9.99 full bore. Pay full bore for the hero. You pay full bore for the skin, which is $7.49. So I basically paid $18 for the hero and the skin. When normally when they release it, it's $13.11. So it's like, we're gonna put you over the top, and you can't get that. You can't use a gift card to do this stuff. And so, because you can't use a gift card to do this, we're going to hit you full bore for the gift card that you do have that you want to apply to this or whatever. That's just
to be sure, you're not in favor of the way they set this up, right?
Not even close. Like, not even on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I'm so in favor of it, and 0 I hate it. I meant like negative 4,000.
Negative 4,000. Wow.
Negative 4,000. So and $20 gets you the starter pack. 5 heroes, a mount, and a skin.
Yeah.
Hello. I just think it's just stupidly priced. So I saw that and I was like, "You've got to be effing kidding me! That's just ridiculous."
Yeah. Then he got it.
Yeah. I'm so angry. Look. Puppies were punched. And I made faces at old people. I don't. It was. It got
But hey, they discounted Murky to 7,000 gold.
Oh, yeah. The one hero I refused to buy. I refused to buy him. Just
here we go.
Murky is so good.
There. We're not going to
go there. You can catch Element on the Night Owls, and she loves Murky. I'm used to this argument.
Yeah.
I got Murky Master Skin, and I bought the Master Skin as well.
Yeah.
No amount of gold or money.
But it's so awesome because he's wearing little surfer shorts and he looks so cute.
He's gotta have shorts.
No.
I don't even know what the Murky Master Skin looks like.
He has shorts.
I can show you.
So
if you guys let me onto the party, I
don't
can
think
show
we have
you.
a party yet.
No, we don't have a party going yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So Murky's just naked until he gets the Master Skin.
Yeah. Basically, once you level him up enough, he can afford pants.
Oh yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Look at
when
that.
he's got the Master Skin, he hits that prepubescent stage where it's no longer acceptable to wear diapers.
Right.
So he gets shorts.
Yes.
So he's a never nude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's one of the main reasons why I don't own him, though, is because I refuse to own naked characters.
It's true.
I just Murky'd myself.
All right. Gosh. Anyway, so moving right along. There's a bonus 100% XP weekend coming up. Is that right? Or was it just past?
Yeah, because they cut off the 100% bonus by like a day.
Oh, so they're giving it back for a weekend?
Yeah.
That's this weekend, which would be the
yeah, this weekend.
The first, let's see, the first weekend, which would be the 4th and the 5th, maybe? I don't know.
Thursday, July 2nd, Monday, July 6th.
Oh, so an entire week.
Starts at 1 p.m., ends at 1 p.m. on Monday.
Wow.
Pacific Standard Time, of course.
Oh, repeating, of course.
Repeating, of course. Yes. Yeah. But yeah. It'll be a good weekend for playing Heroes. If you're like myself and you got some extra days off because 4th of July and whatnot, then hop on Heroes and get your grind on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
we forgot to talk about what's coming down the pike, though.
Yeah, we did. We did. We still have Leoric, the Monk, and other maps coming up. There's a lot coming up, and frankly, the way that they just hand out the free XP weekends and stuff like that, like that's the one thing. I mean, that's not the one. I almost said that's the one thing they're doing right. That's not a true statement. They're doing a lot of things right.
They've done one thing right. Everything else is garbage.
Everything else is total crap. Don't even get me started on the Butcher bundle pack. God. But
did you go and play League for a week or something? Like, Jesus.
No, League did this a lot in the beginning too, where they'd have a lot of like free XP weekends. Now they're kind of few and far between. Okay. I think it's to encourage, like, put the hooks in the new players, get them playing more.
Sure. Well, I like it, especially with the fact that they're so frequently introducing new heroes and stuff like that. I guess not that really matters, because like my level 1 Butcher is not gated anyways, but I guess it helps towards getting the Master Skin. There's a reason, but
I
want the skin variations and stuff.
Yeah, this one specifically was because of the day they had ended it a day early, the 100% before.
Then
And
we were
people are
down a day.
very, very mad and upset
Yeah.
because they missed that whole 24 hours, and we're just so distraught that
they turned around and gave us 6 days in return.
yeah, that they went to the forums and cried.
If you hate something enough, just go on the forums and get enough other people who hate that same thing and just cry. You will get whatever you want. I love this country.
Let the tears flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So
no,
sad.
it's just...
Where's my free experience? What are you doing to me?
Oh, man.
The
But
important things in life.
Yeah.
there was a lot of hero changes, guys, and we covered all of the hero changes that that were coming down the pipe in last week's episode and kind of discussed where they were going to be at. Brightwing got a whole new overhaul. Rhaegar got a new overhaul. DJ Tyrant has played the new Malfurion, and you like?
I like him, yeah. I mean, he just has a lot better healing than he had before, and he wasn't bad to begin with, so I'm not going to complain.
Well, but with I think what some of the things is the fact that the meta is so bursty. It's so bursty that Malfurion couldn't keep up, but it sounds to me like he's probably going to be able to keep up a little bit better now, and as a viable healer.
I really think so, especially with a couple of his new talents, for sure.
Cool. He wears pants too. So, unlike Murky.
Yes.
Can I
Pantsless
just say
fish freak.
bye-bye, Brightwing?
But yes. Ellie is also known as one of the greatest Brightwing players I've ever seen in my entire life, and there's been a lot of change. Have you played Brightwing at all yet, or no? Since
No,
the changes?
it's just too painful.
I think she's still good. Like, I think she's just different now. Like, she has they put more emphasis on her global presence and less emphasis on the fact that she was a broken piece of garbage.
You shut up, mister.
I love Brightwing, but she's been broke since March. I mean, come on. Double heals
That's
on
what made her
herself.
top tier.
That's true. that's fair. That's good. That's a good point.
Yeah.
No, but like everything that was like way too strong got touched a little bit, and that's good for the game. You don't want to see people in the 60% win rate consistently over a long period of time. And if you were looking on Hot Slogs, it was Anubarik, Vikings, Brightwing, every week over 60%.
Yeah.
And even Murky was floating up towards that, and they touched him up a little bit too. So it's nice to see them try to pull the high heroes down a bit. And go ahead, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
I was just going to jump in and say JR is happy about the new hunt meta for Illidan.
Yes. Yes.
I can play Illidan and still get yelled at because when you play Illidan, you get yelled at anyway.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. But now I can take Hunt and not get yelled at for that.
No.
You're
It's
either
true.
a member of Cloud9 when you play Illidan, or you are the bottom of... I keep coming back to the word garbage, but you are either Cloud9
Wood
or...
tier.
There is nothing between. Like, either you carry the entire team constantly, or people hate you.
Yeah.
I was never a good Illidan player, so I never... to me, it's like...
Neither were
Yeah,
any of the other Illidans. So
yeah,
fine.
I feel... Yeah, I was just...
We actually pulled that episode of the Power Hour, I think.
yeah, that was like the unseen episode, the episode where Twiz decided to be Illidan, and it was like,
Well,
oh my god.
Charlie and I were talking the other day. Like, everyone has their strengths in this game. Like, even on the pro level,
Yeah.
you have players who are really only good with 3, 4, maybe 5 heroes.
Yeah.
And
If
they're,
even,
like,
a lot of them
bad
focus
with
like
other heroes.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone needs to define their role and what they feel comfortable doing. It's like, conceptually, I love the Butcher. He's so cool. He's so fun to play, but I'm not going to be a pro Butcher player. Like, it's just not the way I play.
Sure. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still bad at Illidan, and I still hate the Butcher pack. So
I haven't had a chance to play Illidan yet since the changes, so I'm curious to see
I mean,
how bad it is.
It's just Metamorphosis, and he doesn't have as much invulnerability on his jumps or whatever, I think. They fixed some of that stuff.
That Metamorphosis, though,
basically...
was just so unbelievably... Because the teleport, the sheer damage output, I mean... Yeah. So I still think I got to try and find somebody who can take a picture of Illidan and replace his Warglaives with Feather Dusters.
Yes.
No,
should
just
be
replace
Blizzard's.
them with pool noodles.
Yes.
That should be a skin.
They just
I would pay $10.
If they're doing well, okay, yeah. If they're doing the summer thing with Stitches and the pool, yeah, pool Illidan or
pool noodles.
house-made Illidan. Put a little skirt on him and give him feather dusters.
There you go.
I'm in.
Yep. I had almost this identical conversation with somebody else on Twitter today. It was kind of hilarious. So they said the exact same thing. So
yeah.
Oh boy.
Sorry, just the thought of Illidan like that is killing me.
Oh, he would be amazing.
Jimmy
You are not prepared for me to turn down your roof.
Just as long as it's not a Lolita French maid outfit.
That's exactly what I pictured.
Oh no!
Except he still has the blindfold.
Yes. Yes. We've gone there. We have
You were
gone
not
there.
prepared for this level.
This show has been off track since.
The show just took a sharp right turn.
I mean, where are we going?
It's true. It's true. I already said
Get us
something.
back on track, Twiz.
I said
I
something
want off
super.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Let's be fair. Everyone wants Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Anakin
So, hey, one of the things, guys, if you're not checking out, if you want actual like we get on the show, we kind of we joke around, we talk about things we like, we don't like, things that are changing and whatever. We have a good time. We're here for the chat room. We're here for you guys' entertainment. But we actually do put out really good information, really good articles and stuff like that on heroes.blizzpro.com. We've got a whole staff of writers that put out stuff, analyze stuff, throw out numbers, and give you a really good idea of where everything's heading, and just really good thoughts and ideas and opinions of certain things that are happening with the game. One of those articles, and I've not gotten a chance to read it myself because real life has just been beating me bloody today, but there's an article called "The Power of First Impressions." And it was good enough to make the show notes. So I really want to hear a little bit more about what this entails because I don't know anything about it, but I want to read it, but I haven't had time to read it.
So this was written up by Alebeard.
Okay.
We talked about him last week. He's been writing some really good articles for us lately, and just a lot of strategy and stuff like that. And one of the things, like, that he kind of states is the power of first impressions. Like, he's talking about when you kind of start up a game and you kind of want to put some fear, a little bit of fear in your opponent, and by the way that you play. And it's more about setting up that early game and not basically dying right off the bat, because if you do that, your opponent's going to see you as kind of the weak link and be able to target you down, and they'll continue to do that throughout the rest of the game. So he kind of talks about how to be kind of positionally aware, how to not die. Basically, don't use your defensive abilities offensively. Make sure that you hit your skill shots, things like that, and kind of anticipate your opponent. And
know when to look stupid, but be bait.
Right.
Which is another great tool. Guys like Zeratol who can kind of move in and teleport right out and put the enemy in a bad position trying to chase you, things like that.
Yeah, and even if you're not like that good of a player, just doing the little things like that will make it look like you might be a pretty good player.
Yeah.
Which will allow your opponent to respect you a lot more than what they might otherwise.
And you know what? I saw this exact thing last night when I was playing after the Extra Life Power Hour. I was playing as Chen, and we were I forget what map we were on, maybe Blackheart's Bay, I forget. But I was down bottom on Chen, and I was trying to fend off, who was it? I think it was Brightwing and Sylvanas. Or I forget who. I think it was
Zagara.
Was it? It might have been.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
No, it was somebody like that. But anyways, they killed me like 4 times, and because it was either like I either get in the middle of this and try and slow them down a little bit, or they're just gonna bust right through our bottom towers, and they're gonna have like 2-level lead, or whatever. And so after like my 3rd, 4th, 5th death, I was like, they most likely think that I'm a horrible player at Chen, which is funny because as I kept building my, going through my talent build and stuff like that, where basically you just are almost like unkillable. As I got through there, you could tell how they kind of got lazy around me. Like, you could tell they weren't really on their game about trying to kill me. they kind of automatically assumed it was going to happen, and it bit them in the butt, and we won every team fight late game.
I've been on both ends of that, honestly. Like, and it's exactly like you described. Like, I make some mistakes early, and then I realize, okay, I need to play back a little bit. Now, once I get my 13 or my 16 talent, I'll be fine. Or, I mean, just earlier today, I played an Azebo who I just blew up twice, like, super early. Like, okay, this guy's a turd. I'll have his number all game. And then he proceeded to just make me look stupid every time I went in on him. Like, and it just happens sometimes. Like, you have to, like, keep the character in mind. Like, it's one of those things where you can instill fear in your opponent, but when you're on the other end of it, you want to make sure that you realize that, like, if they're behind a certain hero, like, you have to know what they can do. Like, I don't know, sprint, you know, whatever. Once they get 13, they might not be as easy to just catch out and blow up right away, and they're going to sit there and harass and punish you. Like,
It goes all sorts of directions, and hearing you talk about that, Eldorian, I'm anxious to read that a little bit more, especially since I was immediately able to relate to it as soon as you started talking about that. And we do that all the time, you know, where like even on the show here, you know, when we play the second half of this show, which is our gameplay episode, you know, we tend to identify that one player as like, oh, they got a stupid Rainer, you know.
Yep.
And we identify it like right off the bat, and we communicate that to each other. And you know what? We get lazy about those kills. You know, we get lazy about, well, he's not going to do any magic. You know,
sometimes they don't. Other times they might later on. We've had that bite us in the butt before too.
Yeah.
But more times than not, I believe they, once we identify those weak players, we're able to focus them down and get them down quick. And usually they are pretty weak throughout the game.
Yeah.
There are exceptions like we've talked about.
Yep.
And this article was inspired by a stream that I watch too, which is Kyle Ferguson's stream. He's a good guy, really positive, and he does good stuff every Tuesday called Solo Q&A, where he kind of he goes solo Q and breaks down a hero or something. So it's interesting to watch. It's a good lead into the Power Hour, if you ask me.
And one of the things that Elbear did talk about, and I didn't get to this until just now, but what you guys were talking about when to be bad. Mm-hmm. He talks specifically about that as well, as you can definitely use that to your advantage.
Sure.
Yep.
On making people think you are the weak player.
Yep.
Yeah, if you die, you might as well play like you might be a little bit derpy and then bait somebody in.
Yep.
As long as you realize what the enemy team is thinking about you and have good map awareness, so you can really use that to your advantage.
Sure enough. So make sure you guys head over to heroesofthestorm.blizzpro.com, and you'll see an article called The Power of First Impression. So make sure you guys are checking that out, as well as all the other articles that are on there. Now, we do have a build of the week, but before we do that, guys, real quick, I do want to mention one thing that I failed to mention at the beginning of the stream, and that is, as with any show, there is background expenses and things that happen and things that, you know, that require money when we have microphones or headsets, or, you know, computer screens blow up or something like that, or we need to go somewhere, we get invited to Blizzard campus to do an interview or something like that. All that stuff costs money, guys, and one of the ways that you can help support us, if you feel the need, is to go over to patreon.com/heroespowerhour. And you can either pledge $1 a month, $5 a month, you know, whatever, $700 a month. I mean, whatever, you know, whatever you want. I can't believe nobody got a giggle out of that. $700 a month? I mean, come on, that was hilarious, in my opinion, anyways. So
I have my mic muted. I'm laughing on the inside, Twist.
But anyways, yeah. So, but no, in all serious, guys, every dollar helps, and there's a lot of background costs involved in the show. So, if you want to help us continue doing what we're doing, you can head over to patreon.com/heroespowerhour and do that. So, I have Kerrigan all brought up and ready to go. Every week, guys, we give you guys a character breakdown, kind of like a good build to go with, and why some things are better than others and stuff like that. And actually, I'm really anxious to hear the build that the Balrog fans got in store for us, because I did play a little bit of Kerrigan this week. So I'm anxious to see. Yeah, I'm anxious to see what you say, what you go with, and what you use versus what I use, and stuff like that. Now,
well, I'm just.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
One of the things that I that I was doing wrong with Kerrigan is that Kerrigan is kind of like a floater, like a roamer. And I was always trying to use Kerrigan as like a lane pusher, like I'm just another Rainer type thing, But Kerrigan is really, really, really effective, floating around the map and kind of picking people off, like kind of a Nova a little bit, but not really. And it's because she's got so much lockdown and so much non-chasing away or non-running away, stuff going on that I play her that way, and I just roam up and down the lanes picking people off, and it works out really, really well. So that doesn't maybe reflect so much on the build that Balrog fans got for us tonight, but we will see.
No, that is definitely how I play her. I'm going to skip over the whole ability section here just in the interest of time. Like, if you want to know Kerrigan's abilities, you can check out the article or check out in-game her abilities. Okay. Level 1, I take Sweeping Grasp. It really helps with exactly what you're talking about, because this is the way you want to play Kerrigan, like, especially early game. Like, we talked about Alebeard's article last week, where the importance of level advantage, and basically who gets to level 4 first has a 2-in-1 chance of winning. Like, those are ridiculous numbers. So you want to create any advantage you can, and if you can come out of the bushes or come out of the fog and get some great, like, lockdown burst damage going on the opponent and get a kill, that little bit of experience is going to help a lot. She is very squishy. She doesn't really get a lot out of her assimilating shield, or her assimilation trait.
Yeah.
I mean, it's decent for trading, but it's not going to win you anything. Like, you're not going to just get a sudden burst of survivability. So anyways, I take Sweeping Grasp just because the big thing is you want to have a lot of range on that Primal Grasp. You want to be able to pull people towards you. You don't want them to get away. So I think Sweeping Grasp is really the only pick at level 1.
Okay.
I mean, it's a 20% increase. It's really big, and you get used to having it. The only exception I'd say is you might want to take Block, especially if like the opponent has Zeratul and Nova, and you're worried they're going to be focusing you. Like, you might need that Block to be able to, like, survive sudden ganks and trades and whatnot.
Yeah. Yep.
Level 4, I like Envenom. It just got changed. It still can secure kills, though. It's over 10 seconds. So, like, when you have to be more discerning with your Envenom use. You can't just, like, put it on like you used to and know that in 5 seconds they were probably going to die.
Yeah.
You want to do it when they're closer to death now. It's still good, I think. Especially, like, there are certain heroes that had it that you might not take it anymore, but I think Kerrigan is one that you're still going to take it on. But I haven't, to be quite honest, I haven't played Kerrigan since the changes. I just know the way she plays a lot of the times. I've gotten Envenom off when they were almost dead,
Sure.
And 5 or 10 seconds wouldn't have changed that. So Envenom is good for her. But if it turns out that Envenom isn't working in this meta, then I would probably take Focused Attacks here just for some extra auto attack damage, because you just want to try to burst out damage and get back to safety. That's why at level 7 I like Battle Momentum. You're going to be throwing out your attacks. You want a shorter cooldown on your ultimates and your abilities, and every little bit helps. And Battle Momentum is a great tool for her to do all of that.
Wow.
So.
I always went with Impaling Swarm simply because it was like, I don't see anything that's really, adaptation's okay.
See, Impaling Swarm is really good if you're never, if you're only going for the ganks.
Yeah.
But like late game, like especially if you have an Uther on your team and he's putting the shield on you, you're going to be doing some auto attacks, and it makes a big difference. And you got to remember, Battle Momentum affects while you're farming lane minions, while you're farming camps. That's like, okay, I'm getting my Maelstrom up quicker, and I'm completing objectives, and I'm soaking lane. So
okay,
that's why I like Battle Momentum just a little better. But Impaling Swarm is a good choice.
Sure.
Or not Impaling. Is it called Impaling Swarm? I don't actually have it in front of me.
Impaling Swarm is what it's called. Yep.
Level 10, I like Maelstrom. It's amazing. It's a giant AoE on the enemy team. It's great for when you go in to engage. It's even better if you have Uther putting his shield on you. I mean, like, her and Uther are best friends.
Yeah. I see, because you don't, Kerrigan's not a tank.
No.
So it's like, you don't want to be in the middle of everybody. You don't want to be in the middle of everybody just to make sure you're hitting as many people as you possibly can. Is it nice during a mosh pit? Absolutely, it's nice during a mosh pit. But outside of that, like, I don't really like either of these ultimate abilities? Because
I mean, the Korean meta refers to characters like Kerrigan and Illidan as a soft tank, which means they need to either run dual support, they need specialized heroes to keep them alive, and they need to be the focus. Like, everybody needs to follow their lead perfectly. And the benefit of a soft tank is they are going to put out a ton more damage than the regular tanks. That's why Illidan had built-in self-regen, so it was a little easier for him, but Kerrigan's damage is insane if you keep her alive, and a lot of that hinges on Maelstrom.
Okay. Well,
but
yeah,
I mean,
of the two, Maelstrom's the one to go with, but it's kind of like, why would you give me an AoE when I'm not supposed to be in the middle of everybody?
Well, yeah, and I mean, if you are just playing solo queue matches with Kerrigan, like practicing Kerrigan, want to get good with Kerrigan, or your team isn't really built to carry you, but you're still really good with Kerrigan, then there's nothing wrong with Ultralisk, especially with the changes where you can still control it after death, which just happened today. Yeah, I mean, like, you can still move that thing on the enemy. Like, you could go in, trade 1-for-1, and then put the Ultralisk on their healer and suddenly force them out of a fight that lets your team win the rest of that engage. Like, so, I mean, like, I don't know. Ultralisk is good if you don't have a team comp built around protecting your Maelstrom. It's just overall Maelstrom's better.
Okay, yeah. I'm all in.
Yeah. 13 Sprint. I mean, Sprint's a great tool for her. She's a melee assassin. Giving her great maneuverability is just a good idea. She can chase people down. She can get away. She can move to objectives quicker. However you want to use Sprint, it's great for her.
And that's why I never used adaptation to jump to allies. You can use your Ravage because it's like, I mean, at 13 when you get Sprint, that is your escape mechanism.
Yeah.
Right there. There's your escape.
Yeah, adaptation's kind of a wasted pick, I think, too. Especially when you have options like the summon Zerglings or doing the battle momentum thing.
Sure. Ooh, level 16. This is always the one where I'm kind of like, I don't know.
It used to always be blood for blood. I mean, it was a slow, and it was a lot of damage. Now, not so much, I don't think. I'm going to play with Overdrive here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good ability for her. It's a lot of ability damage, and it really helps with your kill secure, but I don't know. Like, level 16's tough. Like, every ability is good. You can't really go wrong with an ability pick here right now outside of Blood for Blood, I think. So, I don't know.
That's the one I always took. I mean, either that or Overdrive. Just, I've toyed with Overdrive as well, and that's only because Blood for Blood has never saved my bacon. I've never been like, oh my god, thank God for Blood for Blood. I know they just went through a change on it and everything, but even still before the change, it was like, I've never, so I've messed with Overdrive
before. Well, before that, it was the slow. Like, that's what made it great for her.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's a tough call. Right now, I'd say Overdrive, though. And level 20, I take Bolt of the Storm. It's Bolt. It lets you chase people down, escape, whatever. It's good.
I would have thought Omega Storm because, again, we talked about you have your escape with Sprint. So it's kind of like, I don't need more escape. I would rather be able to do, buff the one ultimate that I have for kill secures because...
Well, you got to remember, at level 20, everybody is strong, right?
Right.
And you have one escape tool. And other than that, you're dead.
Right.
And once you die, that's a 60-second timer. And who does everybody hate and want to kill? Kerrigan. Like, she's been a pain in your ass all game. Suddenly you've got her. Let's get her. So, I mean, that's why you want that extra escape tool. You want that extra chase down tool when, you've gotten 3 of them and you can get one more and secure the game right there. That's where Bolt really comes in handy. Like, Bolt, I understand, seems lackluster. Like, it seems like just an ability that's kind of like, okay, I get one teleport, big deal. Why would I take that when I can buff the hell out of my ultimate?
Yeah.
But a lot of the times you don't need that. Like, the scaling has done the work for you already. Like, most of the time you do not need extra buffs on your ultimate. What you need is mobility.
Sure. Okay.
Well, and think of it this way. It's an ability that saves you a possible 60-second death timer.
Exactly. That's how you want to use it. You either use it to save yourself from a 60-second death timer or secure the game. Bolt does that better than any of the other Storm abilities. So that's why I take Bolt.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you're in the game for 60 seconds longer than you would have been, you're gonna do more damage or be more productive than you would otherwise. So that's automatically better than mostly anything else she has.
Perfectly said, Eldorian.
This goes back to what Ailbeard was saying about don't die.
Yeah. Agreed. So
she is a really tough character to play. She's best suited for pre-made comps. But I mean, the reward is she's one of the best characters in the game. On top of all of that, she does a lot of damage. She has a lot of lockdown. She can really punish teams for playing a positional game that allows them to be safe. Like, she's good at pulling one out and forcing the team to either commit to saving that hero and coming in, or so she's got a lot of upside when you play her really well, but she looks really bad when you're not good with her. So if you like Kerrigan, practice her. But I would not recommend this to new players.
Yeah, Blizzard does warn you. They put her as the difficulty hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they updated with this new patch. They updated the. They have Chen listed as a hard character to play, huh?
He kind of is.
And ETC is easy. Wow, interesting.
There's one very hard that I know of.
Yeah,
Can
Abathur.
you guess who it is?
It's Abathur.
Oh no, there's two then.
Vikings,
It's Lost Vikings. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at you. You were about ready to toot your own horn.
That's a humble brag, Jimmy.
Yeah. That made me happy to see that. Oh God, too funny. Well, very good.
I have been playing Abathur a lot lately. I love him.
You know what? They did some Abathur changes as well. They changed one of his. I'll know as soon as I see it. They changed.
Carapace.
Yeah, Carapace. Something about it now shields all minions regardless of the symbiote or something like that.
Yeah, it's the level 7 talent.
There it is. Yeah.
So you can really push out a wave pretty strong with that. It sounds like I haven't played with it yet, but
oh yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's nice because if you were symbioting a one of the little archer guys or something like that, it would get all the archers and whatever. You still have mercs and stuff like that were not shielded by the. This is a huge thing right here.
Yeah.
I can't,
I thought of a crazy idea just now.
What's that?
Sylvanas with her new ultimate grabs a whole nother wave, so you have 14 minions and you shield them all and you just decimate.
Oh yeah.
The tower.
That's gonna be nice. That'll be interesting to mess with, without a doubt. So, anyways, if you guys have thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, or anything like that, hit us up, podcast@blizzpro.com, or you can hit any of us up on Twitter @TwizBP, @Eldorian, DJ Tyrant, Balrog Fan, @9ball, or @element_0. And the zeros. You're quiet, dear. I feel like we talk too much. We're not giving you enough.
I'm still sleepy. I rolled out of bed for this. So.
Thank you.
Gosh. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So, anyways, but cool. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about or bring up before we go on to part 2?
I just want to play some games.
Yeah,
that's
kind of what I'm screaming. It's kind of what I'm screaming, guys. So let's go ahead and make that happen, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to watch part 2, the actual gameplay team comp episode, that's available on the BlizzPro YouTube channel. So make sure you guys just go to YouTube and type in BlizzPro, and you will find all sorts of Heroes Power Hour goodness there. So thanks so much, and we will most certainly absolutely catch you guys next week. Say